Light bike versus aero bike. It's a debate that I thought we had seen the back of. But no, when Orbea launched the latest version of their Orca superbike, they went as light as possible. Now you lot, judging from the comments under the video we made, flippin' loved it. One other person who is almost guaranteed to love it is GCN's resident Uber climber, the Twig. He has the highest power-to-weight ratio for any cyclist on the planet who only eats jam sandwiches. I would like at this point to make a joke about how he eats hill climbs for breakfast, but no, he literally just eats jam sandwiches. Now, as mentioned, he would love this bike. It is light and stiff and nimble, but what we want to find out is whether he might actually be faster on a heavier aero bike. To find out, I've persuaded him to come to the world's most prestigious Strava segment, Belmont Hill. It's so prestigious that you clearly don't even need me to tell you that it's just outside Bristol in the southwest of England. Long-time viewers of GCN will also know why I've brought him here. Andrew,
hiya.
You looking lean and mean?
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah. The only thing is, have you got what I asked for?
The sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the sandwich. Mate.
Yeah, the jam sandwich. Is it strawberry?
Is that right? Strawberry?
Yeah, I'll see what it's like. Okay.
Cool. All right, mate.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Well, you go get acquainted with the bike.
Yeah.
And I'll go talk to the viewers through the climb.
Excellent. Okay, see you.
All right.
Right, brilliant.
Here we go then, our epic climb. 1.44 kilometres long. Yep, you heard, not even a mile. Average gradient of 7%. So it is barely a pimple, even by UK standards, but there's a very good reason for being here. So this is the first straight, as you can see. The gradient's ramping up now to an almighty 8% around this first couple of corners. This next bit is quite tricky because it's actually flat and even ever so slightly downhill. So it kind of disrupts your effort before the gradient then ramps up again. This climb has significant personal importance. And also, we made a video here several years ago where I tried to take the KOM. And in order to do so, I built up the most specific, dedicated bike that I could for this bit of road. And maths and the boffins from Zip dictated that an aero bike with deep section aero wheels was the best tool for the job. For a hill climb bike, I'm going for 80mm deep wheels. Now, spoiler alert, I missed the KOM by 2 seconds. And a lot of you thought that my bike was actually the work of Satan. The KOM did tumble eventually, and you guessed it, got taken by none other than Andrew Feather, riding, you guessed it, a Brompton. Now, he was on his dedicated super light hill climbing bike. So on that day, maybe it was faster, but maybe he'll be able to take it again on an aero bike. And here we go, the final straight to the line. Whoa! Belmont Hill. It's crunch time then. Andrew, you have elected to ride the aero bike first, okay? Now, obviously you're going to be a little bit fresher for this one, so it's not a fair test, but we've got Andrew's power data from when you took the KOM 3 years ago, so we can kind of compare it to that as well as a bit of a reference point. I have a feeling this might be your idea of worst nightmare kind of bike, right? 28mm wide tyres.
Pretty wide.
60mm deep wheels.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, and for an aero bike, 8.3 kilos with head unit and pedals.
That's not bad. Not bad. Well, not bad for an aero bike.
Have you ever ridden one before?
To be honest, I've never ridden really an aero bike, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like today.
Okay. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it will be interesting to compare the two. Obviously, it's quite a shallow climb, so I can see the advantage of doing it on an aero bike today. But yeah, I think it's at that tipping balance where you've got that shallow enough gradient for the aero advantages to come into play. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Cool. Just make sure you use that Wahoo, by the way. Just that's the one. If you pop that on.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. All right. You didn't think we were going to do this all ad hoc and willy-nilly, did you? Oh no, we're bringing out the science big guns. Okay, Andrew, we're all in position. Are you ready? Andrew? Andrew, are you there? Andrew Feather. This is Simon Richardson calling Andrew Feather. Are you receiving me? Over.
Just got to remember that it drags a long way to the top. Ooh, that's a bad gear change. This is the steepest bit. It's been a while since I've done a 3-minute effort. Oh. Oh, hard.
I told you it was a tough climb. I mean,
It's just like, it's not steep, but it just keeps on dragging, and that's what makes it hard. The stats are, we're looking at the segment Belmont Hill junction to junction.
We are, yeah.
560 watts, 3 minutes 14, 26.8 kilometers an hour.
3 minutes 14?
Yeah.
No way.
Second, I don't know what's the KM on it.
302.
302.
302, so 12 seconds slower.
Even slower than mine, mate.
You're 309.
Don't worry, if you practice a bit more, you get there.
I think when I did it previously, I was doing it with probably a big tailwind, because I know it's such a hotly contested segment. You need a good tailwind to get these segments now. So, but today was just calm. There wasn't headwind. There wasn't really a tailwind.
No way.
So it's really interesting. I tried to get aero on the flat a bit, just because I know obviously that fast bit in the middle.
Yeah.
You want to try and get down and conserve a bit of energy there. But
Wow, interesting. Okay. Do you want to spin the legs out and have another pop at it?
Okay, let's go. Here we go, round 2. Coming into the junction. Okay, I'm going to start the clock now. Whoop. Oh, you shoot the corner. A little steeper this time round. Hard doing 2 efforts back to back. Probably a bit slower, just maybe because of slightly fatigued legs. If I had to have a choice out of riding both of them, I think I'd choose this one, even though I might be slightly slower this run because if it's the second time, but just felt lighter, felt a bit more agile. Obviously you might lose a little bit on the downhill section in the middle, but overall, you know, it's an uphill segment. You're going uphill, this is lighter. I choose this one. 3:15.
No!
Yeah.
1 second in it.
Yeah, 1 second. It would have been interesting to see power actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Because I reckon I would have been, I don't know, maybe second time around 20 watts, 15 watts.
To do 2 runs and like at that quick, like 100% you'll have been putting out less power that second time.
Yeah, definitely less power, yeah. So that's pretty much bang on exact time for both of them. That is really interesting actually.
Yeah.
That shows this is quicker.
Yeah. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So actually what we're saying then is that if I'd not used an aero bike 5 years ago, I'd probably have the KOM.
I'd email him back.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Maths is wrong.
What?
Sod maths. I'm going to take off this goddamn coat. Well, you can probably tell from our reactions, I suppose there was quite a bit of surprise, certainly from my perspective. I honestly thought that the Aero Bike would win out on there. And although technically it has gone 1 second faster, the fact that it was Andrew's second run on this one that was just 1 second slower is bonkers. I am really sorry that we don't have a power meter on this one, the lightweight bike, because I think that would have shown that he was putting out considerably less watts to get that time. Any normal human being would, of course, on their second run. So yeah, in this case, it does seem like lightweight has prevailed. But yeah, I feel like we need to do some kind of deep dive into this to find out exactly why that's happened. To a certain extent though, it's academic, because when Orbea launched their lightweight climbing bike, as much about performance, they were talking about the feeling, and I think you saw there with Andrew how much it resonated. A lightweight climber prefers a lightweight climbing bike, almost irrespective of the stopwatch. In fact, you might be seeing Andrew riding a bike very like this very soon indeed. So much did he fall in love with it. But yeah, I'm blown away by that. Makes me want to go back and start training again and go ride up some hills. Anyway, let us know in the comment section what you think. Has this result surprised you, or was it, as people commented many years ago, the result you were expecting? Lightweight wins out on hill climbs. Get involved in the comment section, and huge thanks to Andrew. Give him a big thumbs up for sterling efforts.